I have a fetish with feet. I like feet, women's toes.
Sorry to bother you, ma'am.
He's sick. This guy's dangerous.
Since I was 5 years old, I just started liking feet, you know. I was little, the girls, my sister's friends, they was, you know, had pretty little feet, and I just liked to paint their toenails, rub lotion on their feet. They thought I was like a sissy, you know, because I wanted to play with the girls, but really all I wanted to do was paint their toenails. I like feet, women's toes. Like any other man, they like breasts or butt, you know, I like feet.
Sorry to bother you, ma'am.
There's more people than me like feet, but they just don't go out in the stores and community like I do. A lot of people say, how can you just approach people and just ask them that? Didn't you have any morals?
You got some pretty feet on there.
I said, yeah, but it's just something I like to do. It's like a challenge. It's adrenaline.
I don't think it's weird at all. I just like feet.
Okay.
It only take a second.
I get more adrenaline when they say, yeah, you can do it.
Thank you, I think.
How many women do you think you've approached?
Huh. I don't know, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. A lot.
Once Joey Leapart gets permission for an innocent kiss, he feels a compulsion to take it further.
Okay.
I suck their toes, whatever. It's in my mind. What they smell like, taste like, they look like, you know. It aroused me a little.
It also gets him arrested.
I've been arrested a lot of times. I mean, I didn't count that high.
Do you think what you do is strange?
No, I don't think it's strange at all. I mean, a lot of people think it is, but I don't. I think it's taking a chance. If they're gonna let me do it or they ain't gonna let me do it. I ain't hurting nobody. I mean, if I asked you, could I kiss your foot? You say no. I'm going to someone else. If you let me do it, I'll do it. If they're pretty, if they're ugly,
A fetish is of a sexual nature, in my opinion, and I see him as a sexual predator.
Sometimes he just asks women if he can take a picture of their feet. He spends countless hours carefully compiling them into his foot book.
He had a book that thick of pictures. I mean, just picture after picture. There'd be 8 pictures on the page of his face next to women's feet.
But Joey's ultimate goal is to get his mouth around a woman's toes. It's surprising how many women will agree to an innocent kiss for good luck.
I'm gonna buy a lottery ticket. And I was wondering if I could kiss your foot for good
But
luck.
Joey's sneak attack on their toes crosses the line into assault.
I've caught charges, but they're little bitty misdemeanor charges.
His favorite hunting grounds are big box stores, where he knows he can find women alone.
He came up to me, was kind of sweaty and jittery.
She looked at me and I looked at her and I just said, you know, what the heck, I'm gonna ask her to see if she'll let me do it.
I'm sorry to bother you. I got a question for you. I've been trying to...
He said, have you ever heard of America's Funniest Home Videos? I was like, yeah, of course. And he said, well, this might sound kind of crazy, but can I get a picture of your feet?
Like how? Like this?
Yeah, exactly.
He took the picture of my feet.
Oh, that's a good one. Would you mind maybe if I took a picture of kissing your foot?
And then he said, well, can I actually kiss your foot? It's, you know, it's just a joke, you know.
I guess so, yeah. That's okay.
And that's the only thing I agreed to. And then before I knew it, I looked down and he'd grabbed my foot and shoved it right in his mouth.
Hey! Stop!
I was like, you need to go. You need to stop.
Weirdo!
I kissed her foot 2 or 3 times. I got in the left, went out the store.
That's when he made that little nasty comment, something like it tasted good.
She has some delicious tasting feet.
Like, I was just so grossed out. I felt violated. I kept thinking to myself, like, I'm so gullible. Why did I fall for something like that? I wasn't really scared until I Googled foot fetish, Augusta, Georgia.
Dad?
And Joey Leapart's face popped up. I just freaked out. And then I started reading everything, and it said sex offender and all this other stuff. That's why I was like, whoa, this is a lot more serious.
I want to file a report.
But Jessica and her dad, Keith, are shocked to learn there's nothing police can do.
Because my daughter had actually, in a roundabout way, given consent for him to touch her, the guy didn't step over the line legally. He knew exactly what he was doing.
My daughter was violated recently.
It's an MO that has worked for more than 20 years.
She's the one that let me do it. All she had to say was no, but she didn't.
He's sick. I'm not a psychologist. I don't need to be to understand that this guy's dangerous.
Keith wants to be sure what happened to his daughter doesn't happen to someone else. He's going to expose Joey for what he is and goes to the media.
It's like turning on a light and watching the cockroaches run.
The South Carolina toe sucker, Joey Leapart, has just assaulted 18-year-old Jessica Finley. Her father goes to the media to expose him. News reports about the sex offender with a bizarre foot fetish make Joey instantly recognizable in this community.
I could just walk in the store, and if some of the women, they'd just see me, see, there he is, and they'll get on their cell phone and start calling the police.
He's all over the news. Everybody knows who he is. They're like, hey, look out for Joey.
But Carol Owens never imagined that she would become one of Joey's victims.
And as I pulled to the checkout, I push the cart up and I get on my tiptoes.
He just took his gum out of his mouth, and as she was raised up on her toes, reaching into her shopping cart, he placed the gum where he knew her foot would come down on it.
And then I felt something warm between the bottom of my flip-flop and the bottom of my foot. And I turned around to see who it was and what it was, and it was Joey. And he's just smiling at me.
It just fell out of my mouth.
Are you kidding me?
I was in line to pay for my drink. I dropped my gun by accident.
Can I have it back?
I said, no, you don't need your gum. You need to back away from me because I'm calling the police now.
This guy just touched me.
Because Joey actually touched Carol's leg, police are able to pin an assault charge on him.
I ended up doing 52 days in jail. And like I said, where I'm from, just people don't like me because they know that I like women's feet. I don't feel I'm a criminal. But a lot of people think I am.
I see him as a criminal because he does this over and over. When you assault someone, that to me is criminal action.
At 45 years old, Joey admits that it's getting harder for him to operate here.
My reputation's ruined, but really, I don't think it's really harmful if I ask you, and I'll say 1,000 times, if you let me do it, that's on you.